Good evening, Rutgers University. Snowfall moving into the region for tonight. I'll have more details later on in the forecast. However, for our almanac for today, you can see we got up to a high of about 40 degrees here in New Brunswick, low of about 19 this morning, no record set today, and the sunrise and sunset times down on the bottom of the screen. In the weather headlines for tonight, we will have some snowfall beginning in the late hours around midnight or so. However, at about daybreak is when we'll see the changeover back to rainfall, and there will be some ice accumulation, some freezing rain and sleet at that time. So if you are going to be traveling, you need to be very, very careful, as the impacts will be very considerable if you do not use caution. So across the region right now, you can see that we are under a winter weather advisory here in the purple, including all of northern, central, and most of southern New Jersey except for Cape May County. Winter storm warnings here in the pink for central Pennsylvania, and some snowfall accumulations in the area, anywhere from 1 to 2 inches in New Brunswick and up to about 4 to 6 inches in our northern locations. Across the region for tonight, our low temperatures will probably have a low of about 29 degrees here in New Brunswick, 28 up in Sussex, 31 for your low in Newark, 31 also for your lows in both Millville and Atlantic City for tonight. Across the northeast, you can see up north we'll have lows in the mid to upper 20 degree range, 26 up in Ithaca, 25 in Oneonta, 33 down in Philly, and 32 for your lows in both Dover, Delaware, and Baltimore, Maryland tonight. Storm Watcher satellite and radar across the region showing that we have some rainfall moving into Delmarva here from the south. It will be changing over the snow, and you can see that there is a changeover already just north of Washington, D.C. in that area of Maryland. Otherwise, for the time being, you can see patches of freezing rain and patches of freezing drizzle in and around the area. And across the eastern part of the country, you can see that this storm system is a low pressure center down here in Alabama. It has a warm front on it, so that means that our cold air is limited for this storm. As it moves very quickly to the northeast, there's a slight time range for that rainfall and snow to actually fall. So that's why we're only going to have snow for a few hours tonight. On our futurecast, you can see early on, nice and clear. By about 12 midnight, that's when we have the first opportunity for snowfall here in New Brunswick. South Jersey is going to be pretty much spared from this. You're going to have all rain for the most part. A little bit of snow very early, though. And by about daybreak, you can see the heaviest precipitation moves into southern regions of the state, and it will begin to change over back to rain here in New Brunswick. However, that's the time where we have to be careful about that snowfall changing over and causing ice and glazing accumulation. So if you're traveling anytime tomorrow morning, please use caution. The roads may not be that good. And throughout the rest of today, you can see that it may change over back to snow in the region about 2:30 in the afternoon tomorrow, Saturday. However, the chances of that are very low. Probably going to be mainly a rain event from that point on. There is a chance of a clipper system moving out of Canada for Monday. However, stay tuned to Weather Watcher for more details on that storm system. Snowfall totals across the region for the most part, you can see we'll probably have about 1 to 2 inches here in New Brunswick, possibly up to 3, but not so much. Our northern locations will have the potential for anywhere from 6, probably about 6 inches of snow at the maximum up in Sussex County. Evening planner for tonight showing that the weather is going to go from good to bad to worse. You can see here that about 9 o'clock tonight, nice and calm before the storm. However, midnight is when the snow will begin, and about 3 a.m. is when we're going to have the chance for the changeover to begin. Temperatures around freezing all night. Overall low for tonight probably be about 29 degrees. Snow early, rain late, and the wind southwest at 5 to 7 miles per hour. Waking up tomorrow morning, it will become all rain by the time daybreak reaches and the sun comes out. However, the temperature will be around 32 degrees with the winds pretty considerable northeast at 9 to 16 miles per hour. As I step out for your extended forecast here for the coming week, we'll have one day of clearing up on Sunday, high of about 37. However, on Monday, there will be the chance of snow moving back into the region as that next storm moves in, high of about 25 on Monday, and then sunny conditions to continue through the remainder of the week. If you missed our forecast, be sure to check us out on RETV channel 23.1 every 15 minutes. Like us on our Facebook page at RU Weather Watcher. Follow us on Twitter at RETVWW, hashtag RUWeather, or see us on our website at weatherwatcher.rutgers.edu. I'm Weather Watcher Dante Ricky. Stay safe tonight, Rutgers.